The devastation from the outer bands of Eta was widely felt, primarily along central and southern Belize. In the village of Roaring Creek, where a number of properties rest alongside a waterway, flood waters rose to unprecedented levels. The old bridge was completely submerged by water and access to the west was blocked off. As many as 10 families within an area right of the new bridge had to be evacuated by Zenaida Cruz and her family via Dory, now dubbed the Lion of the Creek.
I began to panic. I panicked and I prayed, but the way the water was rising so fast, I got worried. And we stayed in the house, but we didn't sleep. We actually stood up 2 nights without no sleep monitoring this water because it was like something weird. My mom said since 1978 we didn't have a flood like this. And we didn't expect the water to reach my sister's house that is over that side. And it reached, and we had to be evacuated after 2. My mom, she's a strong woman, and she was the one that assisted everyone in my neighborhood. Like, I would say over 10 families in my neighborhood, she helped them evacuate. And this was after hours. Anytime she was willing in that same canoe there, over that side, she assisted them. And up to now, they told us that NEMO will come and help us evacuate. We haven't seen any NEMO, no chairman, no area representative.
Today, most residents were finally able to make their way back to their houses. It was an emotional moment for most. Their life's work had been destroyed. While the structure remained intact, their household items were missing, others damaged by the flood waters, which in its wake left behind the pungent sludge. Sherman Eunice and her family were cleaning up and trying to salvage what they could.
The downstairs was completely underwater. Everything got wet. As you can see, these things that are outside, mattress, Chanel stuff got wet, destroyed the baby, mostly the baby toys and stuff, and vacuum, karaoke machine. But like I said, these are material stuff, and we just had to move quickly. And we're happy that we have our life, because material stuff are not important. We can get back those, but our life we cannot get back. We won't be having electricity for a while because the transformer is still underwater. So the BL people said that we won't be getting electricity anytime soon. So, and we're just cleaning up for now.
In the Another World area of the village, Nadira Casey and her family lost all their household items to the flood. Casey monitored the water level up until the wee hours of Friday before they made the decision to evacuate to higher ground. Her entire house was submerged. Today they stripped away doors and took out the furniture. But will they be able to save anything?
I pack my stuff in a boxes and I put them over here. But when I see the water reach to my little piece will come into my house, so that's when I was like, you know what? Time to start move the stuff. Good thing I have good neighbors. My neighbors, they see with the lights and they come and they start to help. She and the lonely boy, all the little boy, they come and they start to help. We. My boy, he's still in a shock and he no move nothing. That me all the kids, cause he don't know what to do. He just like I never believe the water me come so far, you know. And that all we end up. I grabbed some clothes for the kids, some clothes to me, some clothes to the boy then, and we move the stuff and everything else. Every time I had to go, carry on a load, and I come back, I notice the water, they come farther and farther. So when it reached to a level where we can't come in back, so that when we say, you know what, whatever else left in, we had to left everything. We lost majority of everything. We not left with no doors. All our doors, they messed up. Our stove, our fridge, all electronics, mattress, the clothes were left. Everything, no sheet, no nothing. We lost most of everything.
Shelley Griffith is a resident of Belmopan who is house sitting for a friend who lives in the U.S. Tens of thousands of dollars in electronic devices and household items, including major whites, are damaged. While Griffith accepts that the disaster could not have been prevented, she's thankful that no lives were lost.
The good Lord doesn't give us more than we can handle, and He knows best. Yes, we have lost several stuff, my friend, but it's material stuff. It does cost, but we can get it back eventually. So we have a couple of guys helping us in the house, so they have come in handy. They're helping me power wash, and we have gotten the major water out that was in the house. So now it's only to get the laundry, the clothes dry, and get some other stuff cleaned out. The water just rushed up. We have experienced water like this before. Well, she have, and I have seen it, and it have never came this high as how it was. It was usually just reached to the back of the fence because the creek runs at the back. But it's in just an instant, if the blink of an eye, the water came rising, and before we could see, it was already covered in the house.
The residents are asking for assistance to recover some of what was lost as a result of the flooding.
We just have to take it one day at a time, and just, I don't know.
Support needed? You have help, you want help,
We have some friends that put out stuff out there, but we don't have the time for ask anybody to help her, but we have friends and stuff, but we are see what, if anybody wants help.
Our family, that hardworking people, and if that's what we got to do, because if you can't depend on people, imagine if they didn't come when the water, with day 5 and the water was really high and we didn't see any, like I would say, important people, because to us they are important. And in a time like these, they should have at least showed up, not because we want anything from them, but just the moral support to know that someone cares.
Duane Moody for News 5.